I've got lands and spells. I'll have a keeper for when we get to it.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I was like, I got 3 lands. Okay, we can do this.
She's a keeper.
I'm in about the same place.
I've been trying not to keep my 2 land hands if they don't actually have playable things in them.
Are we doing a keepable 7? Are we,
Yeah, keepable 7.
No, okay.
Sounds great. Yeah. I've got a
For
whopping
me.
40 lands in this deck list because my commander is just a mana sink, so...
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay, I've got a really good keepable hand, I feel. Like, comparatively to the other one. It was like, I can do things with this. Got it.
That's how I always get excited. I'm like, okay, I can make it at least one place that it looks like I kept a good hand. It's got cards I haven't got to cast yet, so that's how I make my decisions sometimes too. I'm like, I've never cast this before.
Oh yeah, first time out with this deck, so yeah, sure, this looks good. Why not?
Just make it up as you go. I'm like, this could work.
Exactly. Oh, by the way, I should ask. Do you want us to refrain from swearing during the stream?
Feel free to swear away.
Okay. I'd like to check to make sure that I don't.
Okay.
You know.
Fuck away.
I will gladly fuck away on your stream.
Instructions unclear. Got everyone banned from Twitch.
Yep. How about you may swear? How about that?
Oh, don't forget to
Fantastic.
set commanders, peeps.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Good
yeah.
idea.
Tweet real quick.
Ehan Dizzle.
I haven't made anything with any of the Street Fighter characters yet. I want to. I just haven't gotten around to it.
I really loved E Honda's vibe. Like, I wanted to build Dhalsim because he's my favorite Street Fighter character, but I don't know. I'm turned off when somebody already builds it and then they become like really like popular or famous for that build. So like Alan Mental Misplay built Dhalsim and like everybody talked about his deck, and it's like I just can't build a better deck than what Alan's already built. So it's like and I don't want to just copy his deck list, so it felt like I was uninterested in building something or just copying something that somebody else has already built. And in an effort to build something more unique, I took a look at the rest, because my second favorite character is Chun-Li, but I wasn't loving what Chun-Li did. Like, I wasn't jazzed to build her. And then when I saw E Honda, I was like, this sounds like stupid fun. Like, I didn't have anything I never made a token deck, so this is my first token deck. And because what he does is whenever he attacks, up to 100 target creatures each get +0/+X, where X is the number of cards in your hand. So I'm like, well, if I can give this ability to 100 creatures, why not try to have 100 creatures? So I just try to generate tokens and tokens and tokens to hopefully get to 100 and give them +X cards in hand. So it's dumb. It's just like, it's like a really dumb token generator. I don't even care what kind of tokens they are. It's like, as long as they're white and it makes a lot of tokens, I put it in there, you know?
Oh yeah.
It's dumb.
Yeah, I mean, I threw this together yesterday and today because we were talking decks on Twitter, and I saw that Phil had Bile Smasher in his deck, and I was like, I know it may not play it, but I don't want to bring my Bile Smasher deck if that's going to happen. And then I came across Vazri, and I was like, this seems really interesting. So I get to give target opponent X treasure tokens, where X is the number of treasure that I made this turn. And whenever an opponent casts a spell or activates an ability, if they use treasure to do it, I get to put a +1/+1 counter on a creature and then draw a card. So cool. Yeah, so it's kind of it's treasure generatory, and then there's some spellslinger stuff in here. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know.
That's pretty
cool.
I'm excited to see it because I haven't seen anybody actually play it.
I like commanders that make the game interesting. Like I say, as I'm playing Zangsha, like I like the political aspect of EDH. So like anything that gives people resources and forces them to make interesting decisions, I'm all about that.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
I love it. I love the chaos of things that just throw wrenches in people's plans, I guess. Where you have to rethink your deck strategy sometimes, and you're just like, oh, crap. It's like, how do I get around this, or how do I fix this problem?
It's so funny because like a lot of my decks, I don't build for a specific win con. Like, I like to win by combat or whatever my deck is supposed to do, and create the synergy that propels that motion. So what I have found my mistakes to be in the beginning were I could propel that motion, but then like once everything's wiped, how can I rebuild, right? So now I'm building more towards ensuring that mechanism still propels forward if everything goes awry, like, do I have enough in here to keep the mechanism going if something throws me off? So yeah, I like those challenges because it helps me build better and plan for like what my deck might encounter and what I might be faced with.
Yeah, that's the way.
I also like having like multiple paths to victory or multiple ways to get to the same goal. Because if you don't, you just end up playing a bunch of tutors and all your games end up just feeling the same. Yeah. Like, you played your EDH deck 10 times and it's like, okay, I know how this is going to go roughly every time.
Mm-hmm.
So I intentionally build without tutors most of the time.
Me too.
Yeah.
For the most part. Every once in a while I'll have like one in there just in case, but it's usually if I need to go find a specific piece to something. I don't like to combo off for the most part, so like
yeah.
This deck for the most part it has so many things going on. It's just mainly artifact creatures, so and there's plenty of ways to recur artifact creatures, so like that's basically if I need a certain transformer, I can go find it, and whatever's going on the board, I can kind of try to work around it. Seeing as almost all the transformers all don't do something that work together.
Did you know that all the transformers are robots in disguise?
They are robots in disguise. And occasionally then they don't turn into anything and then they just die. That's what happens.
I have one. I was gifted one because I'm building Ratchet. So I was gifted a little Ratchet and I have him next to me at all times. Pew, pew, pew. And I was told that I can only build Ratchet if I call it the Wambulance. Like, call the Wambulance. So, I also don't know how to transform him. Like, it's taken me an unreasonable amount of time to try to figure out how to, like, move. Like, okay, I can open his legs, and I'm like, that looks right. But, like, does this click together? Yeah, that feels right. That clicks together.
And I'm like, they don't move any further.
Yeah, but I'm scared. I feel like I'm not going to get him back into, like, his man form. So, like, I flip his head down. And then that's the front of the car, right? I'm like half an ambulance in.
Yeah, you are definitely you are half an ambulance. Seems.
Look, it's like he's back. Like
right now. I think the guns come off. I think.
Okay, but then what? Do I twist his body?
Maybe.
Oh,
maybe.
Are we getting there? Look, his like butt gets. What do I do with his butt? It doesn't go anywhere. And his arms. Okay.
His arms might go inside the ambulance housing.
I'm gonna take the guns off.
Yeah.
It's a really, like, you think Transformers are fucking... This is supposed to be for kids. What is this shit?
Well, there's different levels of Transformers.
I feel like this is like Legos or something.
There's no way.
That was a 3-parter. It was the robot or a jet or a space... or a train or a space shuttle. It did all 3, and it was my 5-year-old self was so proud that I could do that.
But like, okay, look, see, there's 4 wheels here. There's something wrong. They shouldn't be all here, right?
Yeah.
Unless he's constantly popping a wheel.
All right, here.
They flip
hold on.
Direction.
They flip out. Okay, so
there we go.
I got the wheels, but then what am I supposed to do with the fucking body? Where do I put you?
Yeah, I feel like the arms have to like close up in there somehow.
Alright, the arm has like the ambulance logo on it, so I need part of the arm out. This is like the most impossible transformer.
Do they maybe close up in the back section of the
I
ambulance?
swear I'm not stupid. Like, I know I'm a really intelligent human being, but, like, I'm really good at puzzles, too, but, like, this is beyond me. I already have this is like a Rubik's Cube. I already have no idea what I've done, and I cannot make it back to, like, a person
It's
robot.
gonna be half a robot, half a...
I'm gonna be like, this is Ratchet. It's a really good deck, I promise. If my deck is indicative of this figure. Ta-da!
Ta-da! Anyone ready to ride the ambulance?
Ride the ambulance. Pain machine.
What is going on, Stormgrad Games and Spring Dweller? Yes, this is the best kind of magic.
Wait, I think I got it. Hold on. Shh, shh, shh. Silence. Silence. Wait, maybe. Do I have it? I feel like it felt like something was happening. Oh my god. I'm so close. I feel it in my bones.
Can we do this? Do we have
Can we?
it?
It feels like it's right, but it's not.
I'll get us.
Oh my god. It's like so close. Like, look, it's close, right?
It's very close.
It's almost there.
Like, it wants to close up. It wants to...
Yeah.
It's a robot mostly in disguise.
I'm like, it's like the Billy Madison, like, what's that? The golf one? Like, don't you want to go to your home?
Get in your home.
Yeah. I see, like, where it's supposed to click together, but it doesn't do it.
Maybe twist it.
Bop it. Twist.
Yeah. Eventually it'll work.
That's as close as I've ever gotten it. I cannot work it out.
Progress. You've made such strides tonight.
Yes.
I know. I was so close, but alas, Ratchet does not want to become an ambulance. He just wants to live
Like,
his robot life.
He's like, I
Yeah.
don't transform anymore.
No, he's retired.
I'm too old for that shit.
He doesn't like the life of servitude.
You know what kinds
Public
of things they get
service.
inside of you when you're actually an
Oh my God.
ambulance?
Oh no.
That's true.
They put all these things in me.
They put all these things in me. I have to flip his head back up. How do I do that? Okay, flipped it up. Did I
As long as you can
break
make
it?
back into a robot.
I'm trying. I'm trying because I'm scared that I don't know how. I think I got it.
Well, I want to thank everybody for
Yeah.
joining me. This is, I am Mark, God is a Blunder, and I am. We've just been sitting here watching Ron build a transformer because it's been pretty amusing.
It's so hard. Why do they make these? These are for kids. Now his leg's backwards. Like, I don't even know how I made it backwards, but his leg is backwards. Like, one leg is like one way and the other leg's the other way. I have no idea how I did this. Oh wait, it comes off. Maybe I fucked it up.
You're gonna take it all apart just to get it back together.
I think I'm gonna have to. All right, I got it. I think. I don't even know if that's the front or the back, but feels wrong. Let's.
Ron, I am gonna let you introduce yourself.
Hi,
First.
I'm a girl named Ron. I'm really bad at building transformers in real life, so I'm gonna build one as a magic deck soon. It's gonna be mono white. I like playing mono white. I'm gonna be playing mono white tonight. I'm playing E Honda, which is another of the Secret Lair special cards, the Street Fighter set. And E Honda likes big booty hoes. He, as long as it's your turn, each creature assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. And he gives, when he attacks, he gives up to 100 other creatures the ability to have plus O plus X, the number of cards in my hand. So I hope to have a decent hand size, make lots of tokens that get big booties, and swing out with them. I play Magic on Twitch. I say funny things on Twitter, and I do unboxings and deck building every now and then as well. And I'll drop my links in the chat.
Yes. Thank you very much. It's good to have you back. I'm excited.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, yes, I'm excited to see a Honda. It's anything that says have 100.
I got him back. Pew 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 pew. Yeah, isn't it stupid? I was like 100. Well, let's make sure we get 100 then. I don't know if I've ever gotten 100, but I've been close. I think I've gotten like 80 something or 90 something. Like I was like really close.
The limiting factor there is your opponent's life totals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Time and life. Because eventually,
it's like the time. It's like the timer running down in around a Street Fighter, so it's very appropriate.
Yeah.
And it's even got the little timer thing with the car destruction thing that you'd have to do. That's like nearly impossible unless you like are super awesome at doing like moves over and over and over again. And Phil, welcome. This is your first time here. What's going on?
It's awesome to be here. So hello, I'm Phil Gallagher. I'm kind of everywhere under the handle FrabenU. These days, I'm mostly a YouTuber. I focus on Eternal formats, a whole lot of Legacy. I've been exploring the Initiative a lot recently, so if you've kind of picked up on what that is from all the Twitter drama that's going on, that's really been my jam recently. It's been a lot of fun. So links are in the chat there, but I'm a podcaster. I do the Eternal Glory podcast and a whole bunch of other things. I started branching out into EDH again about 6 months ago. I played in college, and then I started playing Magic more competitively, and it kind of fell off my radar for the better part of 10 years. And now I'm back, and it is glorious, and I've been having so much fun doing guest appearances on streams and just kind of playing and just having fun with people.
Well, welcome back to EDH, because it's always a blast. I love it.
It's great. Tonight... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, you're all good.
All right, tonight I will be playing Zonksha Sleeper Agent. This is primarily a politics deck, so I will not do very much damage myself, but I will very much encourage my good friends here to hurt each other. Although I do have a couple of big whammies endgame that I can play once I get to, like 8 mana or something like that. But a lot of times it'll just be death by 1,000 cuts by activating Zonksha's ability.
Very nice. She's one of my favorite commanders.
I haven't found anything quite like her that just kind of hits the same way for me yet. I'm sure they're out there, but I'm slowly learning the commander card pool because it's big. There's a lot of stuff out there.
There's so much, and like I still find cards that like I've been playing for years and years and years, and I just still find stuff that I'm like forgot about it, or it just kind of fell to the wayside. It happens with like uncommons a lot of the times because there's a lot of powerful uncommons, and like you don't see them very often, so they just kind of after a set disappears or retires, they go away until somebody makes them popular again. Magic. And Tracy, what's happening?
Hey, I am the other Tracy. Thank you. I'm very, very excited to be here. I am a tabletop role-playing game designer, a podcaster, and Magic content creator. I have recently started a podcast called The Mountain Goats Meets Magic the Gathering, where I take Mountain Goat songs and I build Magic decks inspired by them. So that releases every Monday. So there's a new episode coming tomorrow where I actually made a standard deck for John Darnielle himself because he asked me to on Twitter, and I don't know how to say no to that. But it's mostly EDH decks beyond that. And then I stream every night, every Monday night for the One Shot RPG Network, which is the podcast network that I work for at twitch.tv/One Shot RPG. We play EDH over there Mondays at 8:30. So, that's me. And I built pretty much today Vazi Key Negotiator, so I can give opponents treasures for in the same number that I've made a turn myself. And then whenever an opponent casts a spell or activates an ability, if they use treasure, I get to put counters on things and draw a card. So it's kind of political as well. I've got treasure generators and some spell slingery stuff. We'll see how it goes. It just seemed like a really interesting card, and I haven't seen anyone else play it yet.
Yeah.
So, Yeah.
This is the first time I've run into it, and I've looked at it multiple times because I love cards that have like a political feel to them that I get to
hmm
kind of mess with the board and be like, hey, I'll give you this, or you can have these wonderful things, but how about you do this for me? I get to draw
Yeah.
cards, or I get this.
Card draw can be tough in Jund, so I really liked that that aspect of what she does.
Yeah, I'm excited to see all three of these commanders because I haven't played against any of them. And I am playing Sisay, Weatherlight Captain, which is a 5-color transformer deck. It has all 15 transformers in it. I was going to put Grimlock in there, but then I was like, I don't know. I didn't want to have a Rule 0 conversation every time. But like, I'll just play with the stuff that's legal right now. So, it basically is Transformers, vehicles, and Transformers driving vehicles. Because I don't have a lot of pilots in here. But basically, I'm going to try to find cards that will help me with whatever the board is going on with the board stake. Seeing as all the Transformers all do different things, and they all have different abilities that at certain times are very useful. And Sisay, basically, I just have her so I could have all 5 colors, but she also does let me go and get most of the Transformers. I think the only one she can't get is like Ultra Magnus, who's like, I think 7 mana. So unless she is buffed or has extra counters on her, she can't actually go grab him. But almost all the rest of them, if I need them, I can go find them. So, so it's kind of like having a tutor, but most of the Transformers aren't so powerful. So, if everybody has a playable hand, I did randomize us, and yeah, Ron, if you want to lead us off.
I do have a playable hand. I will draw. I did not have a turn 1 play, but I do have one now. Alright, I'm gonna play a Plains as my land for turn. I'm gonna tap it. And I am going to play Tireless Tribe. It's a 1/1 Nomad. I can discard a card from my hand to give it +0/+4 until the end of turn.
Seems pretty good.
I have
common.
I have
Nice.
killed people in Legacy and Pauper with that card.
Well, E Honda cares about things toughness, right?
Yeah,
So
does.
you could just
yeah,
discard your entire
I
hand.
just put a bunch of silly things. I'm telling you, this deck is decent, but like it's chock full of really dumb shit. So like I put a lot of stuff in it that gives things big butts.
I love
So
All right.
Alright, I assume I'm good.
yep. Pass turn.
Alright, I'll play a Temple of Malice, scry 1, and pass the turn.
Okie dokie. I will draw for turn. Gonna play
I'll bottom my card.
myself a Storm Carved Coast. It'll come into play not tapped, and then I will pass my turn.
All right. Draw for turn. Play a Dark Moss Bridge, tapped, and pass.
Okay, it's on me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll untap. I will play a Castle Ardenvale, and I will tap 2 for a Daxos Blessed by the Sun. His toughness is my devotion to white, which is currently 3. Whenever another creature you control enters the battlefield or dies, you gain 1 life. And I might as well not waste the opportunity. So I will move to combat, and I will just swing 1 over to Phil, because you're next to me, and you're next.
I will take the punchies. Alright, my go.
Yeah. Ooh. Sure McMurray says everyone scry 1.
Woohoo! Everybody scry 1.
Right.
What-
Don't
Oh,
mind if I do.
Oh, these are like random chat rewards?
Yes.
This is
Yes.
awesome.
Nice.
To make it even more chaotic.
I will keep that on top.
Alright, I will play a Graven Cairns and tap 2 to play a Fire Diamond, which enters tapped and taps for a red. Pass the turn.
Okay, don't know. I enjoy the chaos of factor of it all. People being able to redeem things. There's this scry, and then there's draw a card, and I think there is a shock in there somewhere. That's like a bazillion points, though. So, because nobody really wants their stuff shocked. I'm gonna tap this for a white at Plaza of Heroes, and then I'm gonna tap this Stone Cold Coast. I'm gonna play Ratchet for its living metal cost. It's a 1/4 with lifelink, and whenever one or more non-token artifacts you control are put into the graveyard from the battlefield, convert Ratchet. This ability only triggers once each turn, and it's a 1/4. And then I will pass my turn.
So Spring Dweller redeemed
Dweller.
Draw a card.
card.
Is that a
Yep.
single target or is that the
No,
word?
everybody gets to draw a card.
Whoa!
Yay.
All right.
I knew exactly what I was drawing. Look at that.
Yeah. Who knew?
Who knew?
Okay, so then I'm going to play Kenzen Crucible of Defiance. Then can't do that yet, so I'm just going to tap for a green and a red, and I'm going to play Nature's Lore and go look for a forest to put it directly into play. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. When I do that, I'll pass the turn. Gonna go get a Triome.
Okay. I will untap. I'll draw. I will play Flagstones of Trocare as my land for turn. I will tap 3 for a...
I didn't put a Triome in here. Okay. Whoops.
I did that the other day. I had a bunch of fetch lands, and then I went to go fetch a basic, and I had no basic. So I was like, what the heck? Did I do it? No basics in it?
Actually, I'll tap 2 for a Grand Abolisher, and I'll gain a life off of Daxos, and Daxos' toughness becomes 5. And I will move to combat, and I will swing the Tireless Tribe and Daxos at Tracy. So it'll be 3 total.
All right. I will take the 3. I got a Wooded Ridge line, by the way, as my my foray.
Yep. And I will pass the turn.
Alrighty.
I love Grand Abolisher.
Oh yeah, that card is
I do
sweet.
too.
Alright, I'm going to play a Zonksha, and Emmara, this is going to you if you want to make yourself a wonderful 5/5 Zonksha token.
I can do that.
And then I will go ahead and play a tapped Blood Crypt, and that'll be my turn.
Okey-dokey. Now I have a Zonja. Sleeper Agent.
So for the crowd, because there's a lot of words on this one, this is a 5/5 that must attack each combat if able, and can't attack me or a planeswalker I control. And anyone can pay 3 mana so that Zonksha's controller loses 2 life, and you get to draw a card.
Okey-dokey. Not terrible. I'll take a 5/5.
Yeah, it's a free 5/5. What's not to like?
There can't be anything wrong with this deal at all. Let's see here. I'm going to play Raven's Tower. It's going to come into play tapped. And let's see here. So, let's see. I guess we have to attack each turn, huh? So, I think, Ron, I'm going to attack you with Zancha.
I'll just take 5.
Okay. then I will.
And that is commander damage, right?
It is, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it? Oh, even though it's
Yep.
okay.
It's my commander, even though I'm not doing the damage.
Okay, well, I will pass my turn.
Okay.
All right. Untap and draw for turn. Okay. Play a swamp for turn, and I think... Yeah, going to just tap all 4. And I'm going to play Undermountain Adventurer. 3/4 with Vigilance. When it enters the battlefield, I take the initiative.
Oh baby, it's here.
What's
It's
the-
happening.
Do anyone's decks have Monarch effects in them?
Yes.
Mine probably
Yes,
does.
Starscream does.
Yeah, then we can't. There's no initiative tracker in spell table. Yeah, so we're just going to have to keep track of initiative on our own. So under city, I search my library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into my hand, and then shuffle. And that will be the end of my turn. So I'm just going to grab that land.
Emmara,
And
I believe in your ability to refocus. You can do it. Come on, bud.
Put a card in front of it.
You got this, camera. You got this.
All right, I'm grabbing a forest, and that's going to go into my hand. And pass.
Hey, there we go.
All right. I'll draw. Rose redeemed everyone's scry one.
Hey, Rose.
I don't know if that was before my draw or not, so I drew a card already.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
So I'll
You wanna
Hi, Rose.
scry?
yeah, I like that. I'll keep it on top.
Haven't seen you in a while, Rose.
I will play a Rogue's Passage as my land for
I'm
turn.
actually going to bottom that, which seems surprising to me, but
I'm gonna pay 4 for a Court of Grace. When it enters the battlefield, I become the monarch.
Monarch effect.
There we go.
there we go.
There's one. Okay. At the beginning of my upkeep, I create a 1/1 spirit creature token with flying. If I'm the monarch, I create a 4/4 angel instead. But that is not until my upkeep, so I will Daxos's toughness is now 7. I will
Voice.
what's Ratchet, Emmara?
A 1/4
A 1/4.
with life.
All right. Okay. I'll swing Daxos at Emmara. It's a 2/7.
Oh.
And I will swing the Tireless Tribe and the Grand Abolisher both at Phil, and that's 3 total.
I'll take 3.
I will take 2.
And I'll pass. So the Monarch is draw at the end.
At the beginning
Step?
of the end step, yeah.
Okay. So I'll draw the card for Monarch and I'll pass.
All right. I will play a Luxury Suite, and then I think I need to keep people from attacking me. So I'm going to play a Kazul, Tyrant of the Cliffs. So this is a 5/4. Whenever a creature an opponent controls attacks, if I'm the defending player, I get a 3/3 red ogre creature token, unless that creature's controller pays 3.
That seems pretty good.
I'll pass the turn.
A good deterrent. Untap. Let's see here. You can still barely hear me? Okay, let me see if my mic is not.
I can hear you clearly. I don't know about like the stream, but I can hear you.
that's fine.
Wow.
Yeah. It seems like it might be an OBS thing, not.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Blast you, OBS. Me and OBS have issues all the time. Everyone has update. So I will just try to talk louder. I'm gonna play a Rogue's Passage for the turn. And then... that's gross. Okay. Let's tap 1, 2, and 3. And we will play Liberator, Urza's Battlethopter.
Nice.
It's got flash, it's flying. You may cast colorless spells and artifact spells as though they have flash. And whenever you cast a spell, if the amount of mana spent to cast the spell is greater than the Liberator, Urza's Battlethopter power, put a +1/+1 on it. So basically, like, evolve. And then, well, I gotta attack with a Zoncha, so I think I'll just...
Do we have a redeemed draw card here?
We do. That we do. Thank you, Sherman.
Goodness gracious. All right.
Just keep giving the gifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I don't have to discard. That's what I was worried about. I was like, I don't want to discard.
Okay.
Can't attack Phil with Zoncha, so Tracy, I'm coming at you with Zoncha.
All right.
So counterpoint, is the initiative scarier or is the Monarch Angels scarier?
Oh, that is true. I really do want... I don't know if I have any flyers in here besides, like, this Thopter.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to become the Monarch, so, you know what? Ron, I'm gonna attack you for another 5 with Zoncha.
I completely understand. That's fine. I'll take 5.
Then I will become the Monarch. Yay! Let's see here. Monarch. And then I will go to the end of my turn. I will draw my cards for being the Monarch. And I will discard a card for the turn, because I have too many cards. I'm going to get rid of this idyllic beachfront, and then I'll pass my turn.
Okay. I will untap on my upkeep. I still have the initiative, so I will go to the Forge. And I will put 2 +1/+1 counters on the Undermountain Adventure. And then I drop a turn. And that is lovely. This makes me very happy. So let's see if there's a way that I can do... I haven't played a land yet. So... Oh yeah, cool. Alright, so play a Forest Return. Then I am going to...
Hey, Commander Sealed. You have a raid from Commander Sealed coming in.
Yes. Commander Sealed rules. I would love to be able to go there next year.
That's so good.
Same.
Should all come.
Okay. So I'm going to tap red, 2 green from the Undermountain Adventurer, because he can tap for 2. If I complete a dungeon, he taps for 6 green, which is pretty good.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
6 green?
Yep. If I complete a dungeon, he taps for 6 green. Yeah. Which is, you know, as the kids say, dece.
Sorry, I'm just writing that down to make sure I play that in Legacy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. So that's for 5 and 6, and I'm going to cast Arcane Bombardment. So Arcane Bombardment says, whenever I cast my first instant or sorcery spell each turn, exile an instant or sorcery spell at random from my graveyard, then copy each card exiled with Arcane Bombardment. I may cast any number of copies without paying their mana cost.
Neat.
Yeah, it is neat. And this may seem currently like a wasted play, because it's the only instant I have in my hand right now, but I really want to start this Arcane Bombardment thing going, so I'm going to just pay 1 black and cast Dark Ritual.
Sweet.
Yeah, so I just have 3 black floating that I can't really do anything with, but I only have 1 instant or sorcery in my graveyard, which is Nature's Lore. So Nature's Lore gets exiled under Arcane Bombardment, and I get to cast a copy of it for free.
Okay.
So I'm... Yeah. I still have black... Oh, this is... I still do have something I can do. So I still have 3 black floating. I'm going to go grab Mountain real quick. One that comes into play untapped, please. Come on, come on, come on. I know I have basic mountains in here because I made sure that I would not fail to find when this kind of thing happened. Do. And of course, they're all in the bottom third of the deck.
Of course. It's whatever end you start on is the other end.
Yeah,
is what has
where
the
else would they be?
cards.
Right? There we go. Basic mountain. Do a quick shuffle up. And... oh, I have to search for a forest with that. God's balls. That doesn't help me. I should read the card. Reading the card tends to explain the card, right? They say that.
Is it a forest card? Because if it is, then you have something like a taiga.
It says a forest card. I'm not running. I'm not running a taiga, so sadly do not have one of those in my collection, nor have I done the proxy thing yet. But anyway. So I get to play a forest. I've got 3 black and this forest sitting out here. And is there anything? I really needed that to be a mountain, and it's not. So all of that is just going to sadly fizzle away as of right now as I pass the turn. That was Sound and Fury signifying nothing.
I will untap. On my upkeep, I will create a 1/1 spirit. I will gain a life off of Daxos for a creature entering. And I will draw a card. I will pay 3. Right? Yeah, I will. I'll pay 3 for an Ocatra's Monument. White creature spells cost 1 less to cast, and whenever I cast a creature spell, I create a 1/1 white warrior creature token with vigilance. What is everyone's blocking situation?
I have a 1/2 with flying.
5/4.
None.
Okay. What's the first step of the initiative?
Basic land to hand.
Yeah.
Basic land to hand. Well, I could use that because I didn't have a land blade for turn, so that would be great. Oakley dokley. Tracy, I'm gonna swing at you just for 1, just to take the initiative and get that land.
Ping. You have the initiative.
Thank you. So I will get that basic land, and I will just play it as my land for turn because I did not play a land for turn this time. Shuffle. Panic.
I hate shuffling this new deck just because I double sleeved it, and I'm just like, it's all unwieldy, and the air's trapped in the
course,
pockets.
right? Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'll pass.
I'll play a mountain for turn. I'll go to combat. Emmara, I will swing at you with a 5/4.
I will accept this. I will take the 5.
Sounds good.
Go to 33.
And pass
Post
the
combat?
monarch.
Yeah, that's why I did that.
The Monarch.
I'm going to go 4 mana for Commander All-Star Thran Dynamo. And then I believe it's time to start making this game interesting, folks.
Uh-oh.
Let's give everyone some resources. I'm going to play Rite of the Raging Storm.
Oh, I love this card.
So, At the beginning of each player's upkeep, they get a 5/1 red elemental creature token named Lightning Rager. It has trample, haste, and at the beginning of the next end step, sacrifice this creature, and Lightning Ragers can't attack me.
It's so gross, but it's so much fun.
Enjoy your combat steps and bonus creatures. I'll move to my end step and draw a card for being the pretty princess.
So I have a question. So it enters and dies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
It gets sacrificed at the end
So
of turn.
Yeah, so
Okay, so I'll gain 2 life from it because I gain life when something enters and when it dies. Okay.
Okay, Lightning Rager. Yeah, there we go. That'll have to do for now. Let's see here. Let's untap. Oh, Lightning Rager. What am I gonna do with you? I hate making the decisions of attacking people. With things that aren't mine. I'm like, at least if it's...
I've only given you 10 power.
That is true. You know what? Let's play an Inspiring Vantage. Just going to come into play tapped. Then let us... Is it the amount of mana spent to cast the spell? Okay. Oh, Chris Von Doom has redeemed draw a card. Thank you, sir. Yeah, okay. Well, that changes things just a little bit.
I really like people redeeming drawing a card on Emmara's turn because it means that I don't.
Yeah, you don't have to discard or anything.
I just get stuff that I get to play. It's fine.
And I'm like, oh no, what am I going to do? I was like, I got to get rid of some of these cards in my hand now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got to at least play one more card. I'm gonna go to combat. I'm gonna make these hard decisions that I have to make now. I guess I will send Zancha at Ron, and I'm gonna send the Lightning Rager at Tracy.
Again?
Yeah.
Zancha every
So
time.
many Zanchas.
How big is she?
She's a 5/5.
5/5.
Yeah, she's
So,
a...
yeah,
But I could
you're-
block with Daxos, right? It's a 2/7.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, your Daxos can just soak that right up.
I just
Yeah,
I
I'm
have to,
blocking.
just because I have to attack every turn with her, so
That's like
Yeah.
that's like biscuits and gravy for Daxos.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's just like, meh. Like, who is this fool that's coming in here swinging? And Lightning Rager will, run over to you. I don't know. You don't have...
Yep,
anything
I took the 5.
Oh, okay, excellent. I will go to the second part of my turn. Apparently, I just really want to draw that card. I'm gonna pay 1 white, 1 colorless, and 1 whatever. I'm gonna play a new card from Jumpstart. Lita, Mechanical Engineer. She has Vigilance, and at the beginning of your end step, untap each other artifact creature you control. And then you can also pay 1 white and 3 colorless and tap her, and create a 5/5 colorless vehicle artifact token named Zeppelin with flying. Has a crew of 3. And then, at the beginning of each... Okay, so at the beginning of the end step, I'll sacrifice. My Lightning Rager will be sacrificed. Whoosh. And then, that will be the end of my turn.
All right. Untap. Draw for turn, and going to... Oh, I get my Lightning Rager. There's my beautiful Lightning Rager. I ordered my Infinite tokens like 4 days ago, so I'm waiting on their arrival. Until then, it's index cards.
I used to use the dual face cards that came with like the Midnight Hunt stuff. That was what I used to do.
So I would like to keep that friend back or at least untapped. So I'm going to play a mountain, and is that gonna be enough to do that thing? It may. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It does. I'm gonna tap 7. And I'm gonna play an old Gnawbone.
Yeah.
So flying 7/7. Whenever a creature I control deals combat damage to a player, create that many treasure tokens. I'm going to, I'm going to go to combat, and I am going to return the favor, Emmara, and you're going to get a Lightning Rager.
right in my face.
Right in your face, or towards your face. I mean, you might throw something in front of it. I don't know what your situation is. And then, Phil, I'm going to send the Undermountain Adventurer at you. I cannot pay for the trigger. So it is a 5/7.
I think I'm just gonna
Okay.
take the 5.
Okay.
So I think I will just go ahead and make an ogre and throw the ogre under the bus immediately. It doesn't have trample or anything, right?
Nope, doesn't have trample.
All right.
Okay. So I have no other triggers. So my Lightning Rager goes away. Pass the turn.
All right. The Undercity, the happens when?
Upkeep.
Upkeep.
Upkeep. Okay, so I will choose Forge, and I will put 2 1/1 counters on my spirit. Okay. Then the Lightning Rager will come in, so I'll gain a life off of that. And then off of my Court of Grace, I will get another spirit. So I'll gain a life off of that.
So good.
Oop, I didn't untap. I'll draw for turn. I'll play a land for turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every creature spells cost 1 less to cast, so I'm gonna pay 5 to cast E Honda and gain a life off of Daxos. And then Daxos goes up to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because I cast a creature spell, I will create a 1/1 warrior off of Okatra's Monument and gain a life.
This is delicious synergy.
It's happening! It's happening! Okay, now that E Honda's in play, everything will deal damage by its toughness rather than its power.
At least Lightning Rager got worse.
Yeah. No,
true.
Lightning Rager is just 1 now. It's yeah.
He's
One
not as
one,
angry
so-
anymore. It's just
He's
like
not
Listen, you get to beat up on a car for a while. It's really good therapy.
he's not so bad. Ho hum. Emmara, do you have any flyers?
I have 1 flyer. It's a 1/2.
Okay. I will I want the monarch back.
Do I still have the Monarch?
You do, I think.
No, I
No,
do.
Phil
Oh,
does.
good. Oh, yep.
Oh, Phil does.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, Phil didn't change it.
Oh.
Table.
Oh, okay.
There we
So
go.
Phil, you're the monarch. Do you have flyers?
There we go.
The answer to that question is no.
I would like to send a 3/3 spirit at you.
Would you like to pay 3 mana?
I don't have 3 mana.
I will make an ogre.
Oh, okay.
I will
fine.
then take 3 damage, going to 33, and you become the monarch.
Okay. I would like that. Yeah, I think that's all I want to do for combat just now. I will draw a card for Monarch, and I will pass the turn there.
So
Anything.
then your Rager dies.
Yes. Yeah, there's nowhere I could send it to anyway, but it'll die and I'll gain a life off of it dying.
Doesn't the Rager have to attack?
No.
Oh, I thought it had that text on it. I apologize.
It has trample and haste, but
Gotcha.
it doesn't. I mean, I could swing it at anybody and anybody could block it. It's a 1/1
Yeah.
now.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Upkeep. Draw. Play a land for turn. Who's got initiative right now?
I do.
Oh, you have initiative and Monarch?
Yes, I do.
That is tasty.
That's power right there.
All the
And you're
power.
kind of turtled up over there. I don't know that I'm doing much about that.
There's a lot of
I can try.
bootied creatures over there.
Emmara lose 2. I'm gonna draw a card.
Okay. Is that commander damage? It's not commander damage.
No.
Okay.
Mara lose 2. I'm gonna draw a card.
Okay.
I love how happy she is about it. She's like, okay. Oh,
If I have
And
to.
we just got a scry one redeemed.
Thank you.
yay.
That goes on the bottom.
Was that one before or after I drew my card?
After.
After.
Yeah, I'll put that on the bottom. I don't need you.
Understood.
Yeah, I don't need that.
I will go 2 mana for an arcane signet. 2 mana for a gifted Aetherborn, which is a 2/3 Death Touch lifelinker.
It's one of my favorites. 2 mana. It does so much.
It's a nice rattlesnake, and I very much want rattlesnakes in this deck.
I just learned that terminology like this week.
This is the first time I've heard it. So,
Okay, so for those of you not
Sheila
familiar,
did a really good thread on it earlier.
yeah, the general idea is that a rattlesnake is a card that sits on the table and like disincentivizes someone from messing with you. So like Kazul is a rattlesnake because if they mess with you, you get creatures. Gifted Aetherborn will trade with a creature because it has Death Touch. So you're looking to keep people from coming at you without actually doing anything.
okay. Learn something
Alright.
new about magic every day.
With that said, I'm going to go ahead and go to combat. Daxos has the biggest booty in the world, and it's very inconvenient. So, Emmara, I will send a 5/1 your way.
Okay, I will. I don't want to take another 5. I will block with this Liberator, Urza's Battlethopter.
Absolutely.
It will crash down.
Oh, I need to do my scry we talked about. That definitely goes to the bottom.
Oh, actually, I will have a trigger. Whenever one or more of my non-token artifacts I control are put into the graveyard from the battlefield, I can convert Ratchet. This ability only triggers once each turn, so Ratchet's just gonna
Well, I've helped you then.
flip it. Yeah, this all worked out.
Absolutely. That's
Mistaken, but it worked out.
And I've got 1 mana left. I think, for the sake of mana efficiency, I'm just gonna Vandal Blast the Oketra's Monument.
What a hater.
Probably.
That's fine. It goes. Where does it go?
It's a destroy, so just
Yeah,
graveyard.
okay.
And with that, I will pass my turn.
Okie dokie. I will untap my Xancha. Draw my card for turn.
Don't forget your Lightning Rager.
Oh, yeah.
Zancha.
Lightning Rager. Xancha, don't you want to? I'm gonna be singing that all day now, or the rest of the day. I'm gonna play a Reflecting Pool as my land for turn. Let's see here. What do we got going on here? We got a lot of interesting cards we could do things with. How about... I might actually have to leave some mana up. I don't really want to do that. Let's see here. Phil, you have some flying stuff.
Yeah, I don't have flyers,
Yeah,
but the ground is real covered.
that it is. I keep the pressure upon everybody else. Just even though, yeah, because Daxos will just block everything over there. There's nothing I can throw at Daxos right now.
The Lightning Ragers are not looking too hot right now.
No, the Lightning Ragers are just like getting smacked down. Yeah, like, yeah. Well, you know what? This Lightning Ranger is not going to do anything exciting. Whenever you gain life, you may convert Ratchet. Okay. Interesting. Lightning Ranger, how big is Gold Gnawbones?
7/7.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Well, and the Undermountain Adventurer is a 5/6 because he's got the +1/+1 counters on him too.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna come at you with Zancha.
Okay, I'm gonna block Zancha with Old Gnawbone.
Thank you.
You are absolutely welcome.
I appreciate that.
Hey, you know what? We try and help each other out.
I'm gonna go to the second part of my turn, and I think I'm actually going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'm gonna play Megatron Tyrant. Opponents can't cast spells during combat. And at the beginning of your post-combat main phase, you may convert Megatron. If you do, add a colorless mana for each 1 life your opponents have lost this turn. And then...
Seems good.
Yeah, not too bad. And then I will have my Lightning Ranger die at the end of my turn and pass my turn.
Right. Untap and draw for turn. Oh. Alright, cool.
You know what most
Yeah. Let's... Okay. So I am going to go to combat. And Emmara, you don't have any flyers, right?
No flyers currently.
Okay. I'm afraid I just need to do this because you're in. Actually, you know what? Phil can have another ogre. That's fine because Phil doesn't have any flyers either. So Old Gnawbone is coming in your direction, Phil.
Understood. I will take 7.
Okay. So I make 7 treasure tokens. So I've got 7 treasure. We're going to go to second main. Sulphurous Mire comes into play tapped. I am going to... pay a red and 2 others. Oh, wait, no. We're not going to do that yet.
Thank you for
So
the bit, sir. What is happening?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. We're going to bring out the commander, Vazi, Key Negotiator. Then I'm going to spend 3 treasures for 3 red mana. So that goes down to... Why is my brain not mathing? 4. And I'm going to cast Jessica's Will.
Okay.
Very nice.
So who has how many cards in hand?
I've got 6.
I've got 7.
6.
Okay. Awesome. I will choose Ron for the first trigger. My commander's in place, so I get them both. So I get 7 red mana.
Beautiful.
Then just as well goes to my graveyard. Dark Ritual gets exiled under Arcane Bombardment because it's the only other one in there, and I can cast both Dark Ritual and Nature's Lore. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to cast Dark Ritual. So I've got 7 red mana. I haven't had to use dice for mana in I don't even know how long, and 3 from the Dark Ritual. So I can then exile the top 3 cards of my library and play them this turn. So we have a Valakut Awakening. We have Blood Money.
Ooh!
And we have Seize the Spoils. I do not wish to wipe the board. So How much do I like my hand? What are we looking at here for Valakut Awakening? Any number of cards. So actually, I like my hand well enough. I may not play any of these. They're free. I should. Anyway, I'll use 3 red mana, so down to 4 for that. And I will cast Seize the Spoils. I will discard a card, then I draw 2 cards and create another treasure token. So there is the treasure token. I'll discard a Highland Forest, draw a card. Then we have 3 and 3, so a forest That's 5. Yeah. 6, 7 down to 1 black, so all the red floating is gone, and I'm going to cast Ziatora the Incinerator. Oh yeah, there's a Lightning Rager out here somewhere too. 6/6 flyer at the beginning of my end step. I can sacrifice a creature. When I do, Ziatora deals damage equal to that creature's power to any target, and I create 3 treasure tokens. And then I think we're gonna call it good there. I also have a Nature's Lore that I get to do from Arcane Bombardment. I'm just saving it until the end of the turn because I don't want to clog things up anymore. So on my end step, I have 2 end step triggers. I'm giving Ziatora priority, so I get to sacrifice the Lightning Rager and deal 5 damage to. Yeah, I'm really happy about it actually. So, I am going to do 5 damage to the Grand Abolisher, Ron.
Okay.
So people can get in there with effects now.
So it dies and I'll gain a life.
Mm-hmm. And then I gain 3 treasures from Ziatora. And then before my turn ends, who wants a whole bunch of treasure?
I
Who
can
doesn't?
make good use of them.
Who doesn't? Everyone
Right.
wants treasures.
So, well, the question is, what am I going to get in exchange for? Because literally, if I tap Vazi, then I will give you 10 treasures. Whoever gets it.
You will not catch these hands for a couple turns.
Yeah,
A couple.
I will not be coming to visit you.
Ron spoke first. Do I hear 2-turn amnesty there?
2 turns,
So-
yeah, 2 turns is fair.
All right. Is there a better
counter
offer?
offer?
Yeah, let's hear it.
I think Ron is in a strong position.
Uh-huh.
I have a Zonksha. I can funnel a very large amount of mana into bleeding Ron.
That's very interesting to me. Can I get the same 2 turns?
I will not attack you for 2 turns.
Emmara, do you have
I
you
do
have
not
a
have
third counter?
I do not have a counter.
Okay.
Offer.
Ron, with apologies, I'm gonna tap Vazi, and Phil, you get 10 treasure tokens.
If he survives long enough to use them.
Yeah.
That is true.
That's between you and Phil. And, like,
That is my crazy
and that
stuff.
is the end of my turn. By the way, just as what I wanted to do was the most with this deck was to get Old Lawbone out and get Arcane Bombardment out at the same time. That has happened. I am so thrilled right now. I've done the lasagna tier thing. Like my deck has done the thing. I'm very happy.
Okay.
Good. Success.
On my upkeep, because I still have the Undercity and Monarch, so I have an Undercity in front of me. I am going to go to Trap, and I will say Phil lose 5 life.
Understood.
Because I'm the Monarch, I create an Angel, so I'll gain a life off of the Angel. I still make the Lightning Ranger, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'll gain a life off of that entering. I will. Yeah, I make an angel in lieu of the spirit, so I don't make a spirit. Okay, now I will draw for turn. I will play a land for turn. I will. Tap 3 for a stone skin. I will attach this enchantment to my spirit, which will give it +0/+10.
I just put that in arcades the other day.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It feels right.
Yeah, it's like a
Feels
plus
right
12,
in the
plus
soul.
10, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to. Alright, so that's 13 right now, and then if I swing with E Honda, He will... Oh, and what is this devotion? 1 white, so Daxos will go up by 1. That's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Ooh. God damn it, everything costs 1 more than I have. Phil, you don't have any flyers, right?
I do not. I do have 10 open mana. Just cautioning you that.
Yeah, you do. But I like to take my chances. I'm gonna pay 3 for a Basri Ket, and I'm gonna +1 him to put a +1 counter on the spirit and give it indestructible until the end of turn.
Oh, that's a pretty nasty ability.
So currently off of E Honda, this spirit is a 14/14, but if I attack with E Honda, I will get +1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I have 1 more flyer that can swing. This one has summoning sickness. All right, Phil, I'm coming for you, baby.
All right.
Emmara, what's your blocking situation?
I have a 7/5, I have a 3/3, and I have a 2/4. And also, my opponents cannot cast spells during combat. Just a warning.
Okay, that's fine. Sure, redeem draw card.
Draw card.
Thank you, sure. I sure will. Okay, well, because I drew a card, I now have back to 7 cards in hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Gross.
7.
I love it.
So I'm
This
going
rules.
to swing. I'm going to swing E Honda at Emmara, which is 14/14, and I will swing both of my spirits at Phil, which is 14/20. It's 22, just in case. 22 flying.
All right. I assume I get 2 ogres.
Yes. I'm not paying shit.
All right. Emmara, just checking on something. You have text that says your opponents can't cast spells during combat. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Then I am taking 22 damage.
Oh. Bless you,
Gross.
Megatron.
Looks like you made the wrong deal, Tracy.
Megatron is just mistakenly killing
We'll see.
people.
We'll see what's up. Because the thing is, there's still I can do the treasure thing next turn too. So
Yeah.
let's talk.
Technically, did you crack all those treasures just for mana and give +1/+1 counters to Vazri?
Absolutely.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna.
I'll crack 10 treasures. Do your thing.
I'm gonna. I guess the lightning rager will leave. I'll gain the light off of the rager and monarch, and I'll have to discard something.
And I will block E Honda with Ratchet. Who will die?
Okay. Bye, Ratchet. I loved you.
Yeah. He couldn't transform. He's just like, just fell over.
I will discard a land. I'll discard Mirror in the Moaning Well.
Useless knowledge.
Useless knowledge. Look, I'm playing E Honda again.
What is happening, sir? Well, I guess Are you all good, Ron?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see here.
Oh, I have to count my pips. I think I get 2 more for Basri on Daxos.
I will draw for turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Card.
No, he's at 10. He's still at 10, I think.
Undergrowth Stadium.
Yeah, because Grand Abolisher left, so he's still at 10.
question is, do I just... Ugh, there's so much gross stuff going on everywhere. 2, 3, 4. And tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And 4 of it's going to be white. I'm going to play a clay champion. When it enters the battlefield, when it enters the battlefield with 3+1/+1 counters on it for each 2 green mana that was spent to cast it. And when it enters the battlefield, choose up to 2 other target creatures you control for each 2 white mana spent to cast Clay Champion. Put a +1/+1 counter on each of them. I'm going to put 2 +1/+1 counters on each of these. Make them a little bit bigger. Maybe. And I think I'm just gonna pass. There's a lot of stuff going on.
All right. Untap and turn. Okay, that is not quite what I wanted to see, but that's all right. Rockfall Vale. It's my land for turn. Then I'm going to pay. Actually, we're gonna hold off on that. So I'm gonna go to combat. And Ron, do you have any flyers up?
I do. I have a 4/4 angel.
Okay, just the 4/4 angel though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Lightning Ranger in the house. So
No, I'm
gonna-
dead.
Yeah,
Oh right, never mind. No Rager.
no more raging going
So
on.
No.
Ron, I'm gonna swing at you with Zeatora the Incinerator and Old Gnawbone.
Okay, so Zeatora is the flyer?
Both of them are.
Both of them are. Okay.
Yeah, Zeatora is a 6/6, Gnawbone's a 7/7.
I will block the Gnawbone with my angel.
Mhm.
My angel will die, so I'll gain a life for something dying.
Yep.
And I don't have a second flyer to block with, so I will take the 6.
All right, so that is 6 treasure tokens for me. Then go to second main, and I will spend 1, 2, 3.
So you will take the initiative and Monarch.
Yes, I take the initiative. So let me do the Monarch here in spell table and initiative. I'm going to go. I'm going to move to the arena, and I'm going to goad your big ass spirit.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
it cannot swing at me.
Yeah.
Okay, then second main, we're gonna tap 1, 2, 3, 4 for a Rose Room Treasurer. 4/3, Ogre Warrior with Alliance. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under my control, create a treasure token if it's the first or second time this ability has resolved this turn. Otherwise, I may pay X. When I do, Rose Room Treasurer deals X damage to any target. So I'm going to spend 1 red, and I'm going to cast an Impulsive Pilferer. 1/1 Goblin Pirate. When it enters, it creates a treasure token, and Rose Room Treasurer triggers, so that is 2 total treasures. So we're at 8 for the turn so far. Then I'm going to spend 4 of those, which takes us to 12 remaining. And I'm going to cast a Hoarding Ogre. 3/3 when it attacks, I roll the d20 and make treasures off of that. Rose Room Treasurer triggers again, and I make one more treasure. I sadly don't have a third creature to cast right now because I would love to just
Trumbull.
do a lot of damage to someone directly to someone's face. But looking at how things are shaking down right now, I don't think I can in good conscience give a whole bunch of treasures to Ron.
I think you should give them to Emmara because you already goaded my creature and you're already making me swing at her. So you can't give me any more benefits when you're already dunking on her. She's gonna get this big ass asshole coming at her.
All right, so because there's a large asshole coming at you, Emmara, you are going to get the total was, I believe, 8 treasure tokens.
I can handle that.
Yeah, Mara, get them treasures, baby. You rich, girl.
I'll start spending Mark's treasure like it's.
I had a bunch of treasures once.
And then I'm going to pass the turn. I really wish that you had been able to actually spend them to cast or use an ability or something, because then I would have gotten to put counters on a bunch of things to draw a bunch of cards, but sadly...
Yeah, once I realized that Megatron was in play...
Yeah, sadly, Emmara prevented that.
Let's do Megatron. Normally, I don't ever play Megatron.
Megatron!
Ron's an absolute Megatron stan right now.
I drew a card, though. I forgot, to upkeep stuff. So
thank you for the reminder. I draw a card on the Monarch step.
Yes. So I am not the Monarch, so I will just have a Spirit come in, which I will gain a life off of, instead of an Angel. And I think that's the only upkeep thing I need to take care of. I drew a card already. I will play a land for turn. What the hell do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Everything hurts. I'm going to... I'm going to +1 Basri to put a +1 counter on one of my other spirits. I'm going to... Crud. I want to play everything in my hand, and I play everything in my hand.
Damn, it's a shame you don't have any treasures.
Right? I know. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's... Actually, no. I'll put the 1/1 counter on the beefy boy already, and then he'll get indestructible until the end of turn. That's fine. I think the wise thing to do is to just pay 8 for an Avacyn.
Ugh.
And give all of my permanents indestructible. I'll gain a life for Avacyn entering. And then... What's your biggest blockers, everyone?
I have a 5/5, a 9/7, and a 2/2.
I have a 5/6, a 4/3, a 3/3, and a 1/1.
Okay. I'm going to move to combat. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards in hand. I will. Oh, what do I want to do? Okay. Okay. I will. Okay. I'm going to discard a card to give the Tireless Tribe +4. So now I have 5 cards in hand. So everything will get +5 as well. So Tireless Tribe will be a 10/10. E Honda will be 13. 12. He'll be 12. This asshole will be 20. And then one spirit has summoning sickness. This spirit will be a 6. Emmara, do you have flyers?
I currently do not have flyers, but I could make flyers.
You should make flyers.
Yeah. It's probably gonna happen.
Okay. I'm going to. Emmara, I'm going to swing at you with my beefy boy because you goaded and I have to.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
So that is a 20 flying.
25.
And then, Tracy, what did you say your big blockers are?
The biggest is a 5/6, then 4/3, 3/3, 1/1.
Okay. I'm gonna swing at you with one of the spirits, which is 5/5, 6/6 flying.
Mm-hmm.
And E Honda and Tireless Tribe. So
Okay.
Tireless Tribe will be a 10/10, and E Honda will be a 12/12. The spirit will be a 6/6 flying.
All right, I'm going to let Emmara respond first because
Okay.
she's got priority.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. What is the biggest problem here? I have one response. So I can get rid of something. I'm gonna crack 4 of my treasures. I'm gonna play Utter End and exile target non-land permanent. Which, do I get rid of E Honda or do I get rid of Avison? Avison probably, because everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna exile Avison.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I put a +1/+1 counter on the Undermountain Adventurer and draw a card.
And then I'm gonna crack these other 4 treasures. I'm gonna tap Lido.
This one is still indestructible off of Basri anyway.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tap and I'm gonna make a Zeppelin. And then I'm gonna have Megatron tap and crew the Zeppelin. and throw it in front of the spirit.
Fair.
Good job, Megatron. That will explode.
All right, then I've got a 5/5 spirit, a 10/10,
A 6/6 spirit, a 10/10 Tireless Tribe, and 12/12 E Honda.
Okay, I cannot block the spirit. I'm going to put the goblin or the impulsive pilferer in front of E Honda and the hoarding ogre in front of the tribe.
Okay.
So I'll just take the 6, and you regain the initiative and the monarchy.
Okay, so I will draw a card for the Monarch. And I will gain a life for Avison. Oh no, it's exiled, right? Or does that count?
Exiled, yeah.
It's dies. So does it die?
I don't think she hits the graveyard because she's exiled.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just track the Monarch.
Monarch.
Oakley dokley. I believe that's my turn.
Okie dokie. Untap. I survived another turn. Gonna draw a card for turn. That is not...
Did you use all your treasures?
Yeah, I did. So you...
Oh, okay. Then I need to put another counter on and draw another card for that second use. I didn't realize that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Enjoy all. They are all gone. But they helped me, so I'm very happy about it. I'm gonna play a Boulder Loft Pathway. What do we want to do? Oh, that Daxos is humongous still.
He was supposed to be a 13 with Avacyn in play, and I forgot, but he's still a 10.
Daxos is always a 10 in my book. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Right? You right.
I think I'm just gonna tap 1, 2, 3, and 4. Actually, we'll tap that as our 4th one. I'm gonna tap Lita. I'm gonna create another Zeppelin. Because why not? Put that back. Go there. That'll just hang out. Take it there. I think I am going to play another card. Let's play another Transformer. Let us play Soundwave, Sonic Spy. Whenever one or more creature tokens you control deals combat damage to a player, exile target instant or sorcery card with mana value equal to the damage dealt from their graveyard. Copy it, and you may cast that copy without paying its mana cost, and then if you do, you convert Soundwave. That's probably never going to happen. I just needed another body. Megatron, what are you doing? You're just hanging out, causing problems. I think that's what he's going to continue doing. I want to pass my turn. And then
All right.
I will untap my artifact creatures.
Hanging
Or
out, causing problems, living life.
It's each other.
For your giveaway, Emmara, I think it was you did the Transformer giveaway, right?
Oh yeah, I'm doing one right now with.
Yeah. My response, Soundwave is my favorite Transformer,
I love
so
Soundwave so
I'm
much.
I'm pleased to see him.
It's
All
my
right, so
favorite.
untap, upkeep, and draw.
I was just checking out my other Soundwave figures upstairs because I have like the Fall of Cybertron ones and still in the bat boxes and whatnot.
All right, I'm going to play a luxury suite. I'm going to sacrifice 3 treasures and play a commander sphere, and then immediately sacrifice it so I can draw a card. That is not necessarily what I wanted, but we'll get things kicked off here combat wise. So, gonna go to combat. Ron, you've just got the 1 flyer. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You're gonna get Gnawbone and Ziatora coming at you again. So 7 and 6 flying.
Okay. So I'll block 1 and I'll take the 6.
Okay.
This creature is just permanently goaded, or was it just for turn, or
Just for turn. It was from the Undercity, so that goes away.
Okay, so I'll gain the life for the spirit dying, and then I'll take the 6.
Okay, so I make 6 treasures. Then we're gonna go to second main, and Emmara, would you agree with me? And you're free to tell me anything else that you see that you want more. But is E Honda the scariest thing over there right now because of
Yes, basically.
the butts?
Right now.
Okay. All right, then I'm gonna tap 1 black and 1 other, and I'm going to feed the swarm and destroy E Honda.
That's so dumb.
So I will lose 6 life.
I'll gain the life for him
4,
dying.
5, 6. But then that triggers Arcane Bombardment. So I have to get my instances and sorceries out here real quick. So we have Blood Money, Valakut Awakening, Seize the Spoils, and Jessica's Will. So I'm going to shuffle them up here. Ron, because I took out your E Honda, you get to choose which one of these cards at random gets exiled under Arcane Bombardment. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
3.
3. It is Blood Money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's
So I don't get to do anything with it right now, but Dark Ritual goes off, and so does Nature's Lore. So I will add 3 black to my mana pool. I'll get the land card at the end of all of this, because it's not gonna matter right now. Not with all these treasures. So then I am going to feed the swarm into my graveyard. I still am one. No one in chat wants to redeem a card draw, do they?
if John is here, useless will
Just
he loves
I figured I might as well ask. Anyway, I'm going to. I should have ordered this a little bit differently, but that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4 for a Storm Kiln Artist. Is a 2/2 but gets +1/+0 for each artifact I control, which is currently 16. So he's a 16/2.
Okay.
And then when I cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, I create a treasure token. So I would have gotten 2 more treasure off of that. But I do get 1 treasure off the Rose Room Treasurer, so that's going to go to 17, and then I'm going to pay red black 1 for Mahadi Emporium Master. A 3/3 at the beginning of my end step, create a treasure token for each creature that died this turn. And that is just the 1 spirit. So, gonna go to the end step, and I'm gonna create the treasure for the spirit having died, and then when that happens, I'm gonna hold priority, and I'm gonna tap Vazi, and Emmara, you get another 8 treasures.
Okay.
And I then pass the turn.
Draw for Monarch.
Yep, and you get the initiative trigger too.
I do?
Yeah, you took the initiative from me also.
But I thought you took it back, no?
Oh, I just did, right. Thank
Yeah.
you. You were telling me to draw from Monarch.
Yes.
Shit. Okay, well, yeah, so I draw from Monarch, and then with the... when I took the initiative back, I should have advanced to the archive, so I draw 2 cards, actually.
What's going on, Tree Roy?
All right.
Damn, I thought the initiative was at upkeep, not when you get it. I didn't advance mine either.
Advance
Yeah,
it.
it's both.
I
Yeah.
always forget.
I forget that Monarch
It would have been
Yeah,
it would have been draw a card. It would have been the archive.
go for it.
We didn't team up.
Alright.
No, Ron just murdered me.
Okay.
And I have to search
will-
for a forest, too.
On my upkeep, I will put a spirit in play. I'll gain a life for that.
I have
Mhm.
something for your upkeep as well.
Yeah.
Fuck the forest. I didn't cast Nature's Lore that time. Don't worry about it.
I'll play my
I don't
life
need
again.
that. I don't need that trigger in my life right now. I'm going to spend 4 treasures, and I'm going to cast Unexpected Windfall. So I also discard a card, which is a Jungle Hollow. I draw 2 cards and create 2 treasure tokens, but that also triggers Arcane Bombardment. So we have Feed the Swarm, Spoils, Jessica's Will, Valakut Awakening. Shuffle them up. Ron, you again get to choose what goes under.
1.
1. Seize the Spoils goes under. And I get to cast whatever is copied under Arcane Bombardment for free, and I'm going to cast Blood Money.
Makes sense.
So destroy all creatures. For each non-token creature destroyed this way, I create a tapped treasure token.
Oh, blood money.
So
Let's see here. What do we got going?
Destroy all creatures, you said?
mm-hmm.
Well, I don't really have a response for that.
You don't either.
All right.
I will have 4 die on this set.
And I have 7.
I have 1, 2, 3.
It's a non-token
Oh, non-token?
that I need to worry about. They all die, but I only get treasures for the non-token ones.
2.
Okay, so 7, 2, 21, 7,
Does
11,
Daxo
2.
see them die?
Daxo sees all of them die.
Okay, so 1,
So
2,
you
3,
gain a bunch of
4,
life.
5. Excuse me, my God.
And I make 21 tapped treasure tokens.
Was that Sorry, was that before my upkeep or on my upkeep? Or
That was at the end of your upkeep.
okay, got it.
So I just need to do it this way.
Jesus Christ, I'm dying.
No.
I'm dying here.
Dying. Oh my God, I'm dying.
Oh my God.
Personally, I'm pro the dying in this exact situation.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I will I guess. I don't wanna. All right, no. What I'm gonna do is 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna pay 4 for an anointed procession.
Ooh.
And
Token Town.
Population run.
I'm gonna pay the remainder for the sorcery to create soldier tokens. 1, 2, 3. I'll create 4 soldier tokens off of this, which will double, and I'll make 8.
Nice.
I've got to make soldiers. Where are you? Where are you? 1, 1. Soldiers. A big knife.
That's not a knife, mate. This is a knife.
I'm gonna make 8 of the beefy babies.
Aw. It's his babies. His baby
Just
soldiers.
8 beefy babies. So then I've played the sorcery, but I can recast this for the equipment, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so
It's just out on an adventure right now.
yeah, I'll keep that separate. What an adventure we had.
Look at us.
I know. Amazing. And then that's really all I got. I guess I will +1 Basri to make one of my soldiers +1/+1 and indestructible this turn. So
That's
one
the
of
beefy
my
baby.
soldiers is a 2/2.
Yeah.
And then I have 7 1/1s. Nope. His arm shouldn't be back there. It should be in the front where he's holding his big knife.
Yo, good
Well,
luck.
that guy's so beefy. He only needs one hand to hold the big knife.
Yeah. That's it. All right, that's all I got. I passed the turn. I will have Monarch.
Yeah.
So I'll draw for Monarch.
Oh wait.
No.
Oh no.
Don't. No, I don't.
Oh no. I still have Monarch
You
in
have it.
initiative because I blood moneyed.
Yeah.
Aha.
It's you.
It's me.
you.
I like that.
Everything has summoning sickness, so I can't swing to take it back. So
Yeah.
yeah, I will pass.
I'm gonna play a Glacial Fortress, and then I may as well do that just for fun. Green, black, white, red, blue, green. They're all here. That's all that matters. Oh wait, no, my pal. Okay, Plaza of Heroes does still. only to cast legendary spells. Okay, it is a legendary spell. I am going to play a Prismatic Bridge, a legendary enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, you reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card or planeswalker card. Put that card onto the battlefield and put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. And then I'm going to tap 1 white and then tap those. And we're going to bring Sisse, Weatherlight Captain, onto the battlefield. And then I'm going to use 5 of these treasures. Actually, 4 of these treasures.
Yay!
Woohoo.
I don't have anything to put a counter on, but I get to draw a card.
I'm going to tap and use Sisse's ability. She currently has all 5 colors, so she is a 7/7. And I will get to go and search my library for a legendary permanent card with converted mana cost less than 7 power. Put that card onto the battlefield and then shuffle. I am going to grab. Of course, that's probably going to be on the bottom. Wherever I started, it'll be the opposite side. I am going to grab Urza, Chief Artificer. He has an affinity for artifact creatures. Artifact creatures you control have menace, and at the beginning of your end step, create a 0/0 colorless construct artifact creature token with this creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact you control. I am then going to go to the end of my turn. I will create a construct token.
Do it.
And then I think that will be the end of my turn.
Good turn.
Yeah, not too bad.
Untap and
Felt good. Felt right.
Yeah.
Rebuilt my board a little bit.
Total of 37 treasures.
Which is fucking ridiculous.
Is
Untap
that
upkeep.
all?
That's all. The Undercity goes to its final step. I've never completed this before.
Oh, this is the fun part.
I reveal the top 10 cards of my library. Put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield with 3+1/+1 counters. It gains hexproof until the end of the turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have Magda, Brazen Outlaw, Sudden Breakthrough, Vastwood Fortification, Farseek, Caves of Chaos Adventurer. Ooh. Goldvein Pick, Ganax Astral Hunter, Goblin Anarchomancer, and Golgari Rot Farm. I think it's going to have to be Caves of Chaos Adventurer, baby. He is a 5/3 trample. When he enters the battlefield, I take the initiative. I already have the initiative, so I will tutor up a basic land here. Oh, hey, a mountain. It goes into my hand. It's right on the bottom. Whenever Caves of Chaos Adventurer attacks, exile the top card of my library. If I've completed a dungeon, I may play that card this turn without paying its mana cost. Otherwise, I may play this card that turn. So I know we're late in the game, and I cast that board wipe, but I did it not without a plan to hopefully see what we can do to head toward the end of a game here. So, all right. So I'm going to play a mountain for turn.
Don't forget your +1/+1 counters on the Cave
Thank
of
you
Chaos
very
Adventurer.
much. It's 3+1. Jesus
3.
Christ. All right. So that Caves of Chaos Adventurer is a beefy friend. So I'm going to 1, 2, and make sure there's actually a black in there. I'm going to cast Skullport Merchant. A 1/4. When it enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. So 38. I'm going to pay 1 black for a Shambling Ghast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and pay a treasure. I'm going to keep a separate count up here of treasures this turn. So that's 2 so far. Pay 7 to bring Vazi back in. And that is everything that we're going to do for my hand right now. Now we have some sacrificing to do, because Skullport Merchant, I can pay a 1 and a black and sacrifice another creature or a treasure and draw a card. So we're going to go hunting for stuff. So 35, sacrifice the Shambling Ghast. The Shambling Ghast can make a treasure token when he dies. So that goes to 36. Treasure count is 3. I draw a card. Okay.
Man, I wish I had just started in adventure right now.
Right?
It's in here
Okay, so
somewhere.
then it's 3 treasures to do this each time. Because it's 2 to pay the cost and then sacrificing one of them just for the thing. So we're gonna go to 33 and draw. Go to 30. 27. 24. And I'm not hitting things that I want to hit. Okay. That is that. Do I have anything I need? Yes. Okay, we're gonna pause right there because I think I've gotten something that will be at least be useful. So we're gonna pay 2 treasures, going down to 19, and I'm gonna cast Isochron Scepter. And when it comes into play, I'm going to imprint Naturalize onto it, which is destroy target artifact or enchantment. Basically, what this does is it gives me an instant or sorcery that I can cast anytime, so I can get Arcane Bombardment to go off on anyone's turn. So I can get everything. I can basically get everything out of my graveyard and get all this going. So if I am not, yeah, we need to. This is not. There's not like an infinite loop here. We need to play it out. But I've got something that is going to. It has to get under Arcane Bombardment to really be a thing. But I'm going to pay 5 treasures, going down to 14, and I'm going to cast Burn Down the House. I can either deal 5 damage to each creature in each planeswalker. I'm not doing that. What I'm doing instead is I'm making 3 1/1 red devil creature tokens. With this, when this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. Then they gain haste until the end of the turn. So I have 3 of those. Burn Down the House goes into the graveyard, and we have cards. Jessica's Will, Valakut Awakening, and Feed the Swarm. Those, I think, are the only other... Oh, an Unexpected Windfall. All right, so Emmara, you get to pick this time. Quick shuffle.
Okay,
1, 2, 3, or 4.
3.
3. That is Unexpected Windfall. Goes under there. Really, it's not going to become a problem until Nature's Lore is the one that... Or until Burn Down the House gets under there, because then every time I cast my instant enchantment Naturalize, I can get a bunch of devil tokens with haste. So I think that is going to be... That was all during the first main. I don't have anything that I can really send Vazi at, so I am going to spread the love a little bit. And Ron, you get to make 3 treasure tokens.
Just checking, was that the first instant or sorcery spell cast that turn?
Yes, it was.
So that triggers all the Arcane Bombardment, like you casting the other things?
I'm choosing not to cast any of those copies because I don't really have a use for casting any of them right now. I don't want to blood money the board again.
Got it.
So, yeah. So I'm just holding off on that because it's a May ability, not a must. So I will pass then.
Okay. On my upkeep, I will make 2 spirits.
Oh, and I'm the monarch, so I draw a card.
Yeah. I'll draw a card.
At the end of your draw step, I'm going to pay 2 to Isochron Scepter and destroy your Anointed Procession.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I'll shuffle them up. Emmara, pick 1 through 4.
1 through 4. How about
Yep.
4? That's what I'm gonna choose.
4 is Valakut Awakening. I am going to cast Unexpected Windfall out of my out of the Arcane Bombardment. So I'm going to discard a card, draw 2, and make 2 treasures.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna use 2 of the treasures for a thought vessel.
All right, I'm going to
And
draw
then-
a card and put a counter on. We'll put it on Bazi.
And then I'm gonna use my remaining treasure, the thought vessel. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for Elish Norn.
Hi, Elishnorn.
And I will use my remaining for an Elspeth Knight Errant.
So when Elishnorn hits play, those devil tokens should be dying.
Yeah, the devil tokens pop. They get to deal 3 individual damage, and I'm just going to deal 3 damage to Ron.
Mm-hmm. Eek, eek. I will +1 Basri to put a counter on my soldier. So he's a 3/3. And I will +1 Elspeth to give this soldier +3/+3 in flying. So it is 3, 6, 7, 8 off of Elishnorn. And indestructible. Do you have any flyers, Tracy?
I do not know.
I'm gonna swing this soldier at you for 8 flying.
Okay, I have no responses. I take 8.
So I will become the monarch, and then I will complete the initiative as well.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Um.
Let's see it.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, so that's draw 10, is it?
Yeah,
Look
reveal.
at 10.
Yeah, reveal.
Yeah,
Okay.
reveal top 10. Put a creature
1,
onto the
2,
battlefield
3,
from
4,
them for free
5,
with
6,
3 +1/+1
7,
counters on it.
10.
At least it's not Elishnorn.
Okay. All right, we have a Weathered Wayfarer, 100-handed one, Welcoming Vampire. Those are the only creatures. And then what happens to the rest?
They are on the bottom of your library random.
Okay.
So you only choose one of those 3.
Yeah. Okay, so 100-handed one, I have to pay the extra cost to make it monstrous?
Yes.
Okay, it says if this creature isn't monstrous, put 3/1/1 counters on it and it becomes monstrous. So I can put the counters on it or pay the cost?
Well, you get 3 +1/+1 counters from it entering off of Undercity, so it's going to get its monstrosity no matter what.
Okay,
Without you having to pay the cost.
Okay, so I'll pick 100-handed one. It's going to come in with the 3 counters. It's going to be monstrous. As long as it's monstrous, it has reach and can block an additional 99 creatures. Combat.
Okay, hold on. Clarifying there. Monstrous is an activated ability. So this is it is
Okay,
not
never
innately
mind. I was wrong.
monstrous.
Okay.
I am sorry.
Because it says if this creature isn't monstrous, put 3 1/1 counters on it, and it
Okay.
becomes monstrous.
Yeah, so you can do it.
So does it become monstrous?
No.
With the 3 counters?
You have to pay the 6 to give it monstrous, but then you would also put 3 additional +1/+1 counters on it.
Okay, that's fine. Well, I can't do that now.
Thanks for the clarification, Phil.
I can't do that now, but that's the one I'm choosing. It's 100-handed one.
All right.
And then I'll draw for Monarch.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's my turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Let me see what kind of nonsense I can get into. At the beginning of my upkeep, I'm going to reveal cards from the top of my library until I reveal a creature card or a planeswalker card. I'm going to flip a creature card. It is Urza, Prince of Krug. Artifact creatures you control get +2/+2. And, so that's right, Elish Norn. Bring
Thwarted.
Brought back to normality.
I could pay 6 colorless and create a token that's a copy of target artifact I control, except for it's a 1/1 soldier creature token, which is a bit pointless because it would just die. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. I will draw my card for turn. I will play a Timber Crown Pathway. Then, what is going on here? How many creatures do you have on open, Tracy?
Oh, I have a Skullport Merchant and Caves of Chaos Adventurer. So currently a 0/2 and a math 8/4.
Okay. I think I am going to. Let's see. Actually, let's do that first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna tap these 5 again, and I'm gonna use Captain Sisay's ability. I'm gonna go inside my deck real quick.
While you're doing that, I'm just going to draw a few more cards.
Oh yes, feel free.
So I'm going to go to 11 treasures, and then go down to 8. And what the heck, we'll go down to 5. Let's do it one more time.
Gotta at least bring out something that won't just automatically die.
Yeah.
And not all the Transformers are as big. Wish I had just a little bit more power. Oh yeah, she's got -2, -2, so she can actually only grab something that's 5 or 4 or less. So that does make a difference. I'm gonna bring out. Oh, is it a legendary? Is it just a legendary permanent? Okay, I'm gonna put out Shorkai. Genesis Engine. Why not? Shuffle my deck real quick. Shorkai, pay 1 colorless, tap it, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. I can also create. It'll also create a 1/1 colorless pilot creature token that can crew vehicles as though it has a power of 2, and then it has a crew of 8, and then it can also be my commander, which doesn't mean anything right now. I want to put out Shorkai. I want to. Do we want to do that yet? I don't think so. I think what we're going to do is we're going to have Sisay pilot this Zeppelin. And then I'm going to fly this Zeppelin at Tracy. It is a 5/5 with flying.
Okay. In response, this is not going to prevent the damage or anything.
Oh, okay.
This is just me doing another thing. I'm going to cast Sudden Breakthrough and give Caves of Chaos Adventurer +2/+0 and first strike until the end of the turn, and make a treasure token. It's just to get the trigger off of Arcane Bombardment.
Okay.
So I'm still going to take the 5 damage.
Okay.
Or you could Blood Bunny.
Yeah.
I am not going to Blood Money again. We are too far along. I feel that as a guest on a stream, that would be exceptionally rude, and I will not. I refuse.
I.
But Ron, go ahead and choose 1 through 3. 1, 2, or 3.
3.
3 is Feed the Swarm, and then I'm going to Valakut Awakening. I'm not going to do any of the others, so I get to put any number of cards from my hand onto the bottom of my library and draw that many. So. I'm putting 6 on the bottom.
My second main, I'm actually going to tap 1.
Hey, sweet raid from Filthy MTG.
What's going on, guys?
Filthy Casuals. 65. Holy yeah.
What's going on?
So freaking filthy.
Yeah, that is super dirty. It's so dirty.
Not even.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna play Peace Walker Colossus as during my main phase, and then I am going to pass my turn.
All right. Untap.
Create a second construct.
Emmara, come on. Where's the other 6 damage?
I know, I didn't have it. I could have with my Rogue's Passage, but then I was like, then I just leave myself open. Then I was like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. So looking at what I have going on here, I don't have many options available to me that are going to help me win what's going on right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay 2 and tap the Isochron Scepter, and I'm going to naturalize the Court of Grace. Level the playing field a little bit. So that's going to trigger all the Arcane Bombardment stuff. So I think I've only got 2 instants or sorceries in the graveyard here. So Emmara, 1 or 2.
2. Is it just
2 is Burn Down the House.
Oops.
So Burn Down the House goes in there. I am not going to feed the Swarm. I am going to Valakut Awakening again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are going to go on the bottom. I'll draw 7. Because at this point in time, I'm finding out if I actually put answers in this deck, or if I'm just grasping at straws here. Do I have anything? Nope, nothing there. Yeah, I don't really have any answers that can handle what Ron has going on.
You do get 1 more look from Caves of Chaos Adventurer on an attack trigger.
That's true. Oh, it's just attacks, right? Yeah, so do I have anything that can make Caves we're gonna pay 1 red, and we're gonna put Sticky Fingers on Caves of Chaos Adventurer, so he gains menace. And when it deals damage, I create a treasure token. I don't think there's any. That's stupid. We're gonna do it. Pay 3 for a Professional Facebreaker. So I can sacrifice a treasure and exile the top card of my library. I may play that card this turn.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to go to combat first and swing with the Caves of Chaos Adventurer, who is currently an 8/4 with Trample and Menace.
I Is that correct? I think
Outrun.
it's an 8/6.
It would. Oh, it's got -2/-2 from.
Oh, Aleshnorn.
So
right.
sorry. It is a 6/4.
It is a 6/4.
With Trample and Menashe.
All of my soldiers are 3s. So
Caves
if
of
I-
Chaos Adventurer is on attack, by the way.
Right. So, tickle the top. It's a Carplucin Forest.
That will not save you.
No, it will not.
So if I block with 3 soldiers, that dies, right?
Are they? They're 3/3s.
They're 3/3s. I have 7 of them.
You could block with 2 of them and it would die.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll do that.
Yeah. That will spill over one damage if you want to absorb all of it and not give me a treasure. Then you should block with 3. It looks like. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I wanted.
Oh wait,
I don't
no.
wanna...
It's 6. You can block with 2.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll block with 2.
All right. So it does die, and when it dies, I get to draw a card. So we'll see. That's a land too.
That's the
Yeah.
worst.
So, I mean, I'm not mad about it. I've done so much this game. I'm not in any position to complain about my board state. So the last thing I can do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can play Rapacious Dragon, which is a 3/3 flyer, and I make 2 treasure tokens. So that would go up to 6 total, and then I'm gonna give those to you, Emmara, so you get 2 treasures.
More treasure.
Yep, and I am going to. Yeah, I'm gonna pass the turn.
All right. So does the Undercity start over again?
Yes.
Okay. So I get basic land.
Yep.
And it just goes to hand.
Yes.
All right. I have nothing at upkeep. I'll draw a card. I'll grab a basic land. Shuffle.
You didn't try? Thank you for the follow.
The land will go to hand. I'll play the land for. Ugh. Do I want to make 100-handed one monster?
You do?
I mean, I do. I want to do both, but I don't have the 50,000 manas to do it. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3. Let's do this. I'm going to pay 6 to make 100-handed one monstrous. So he can now block 99 creatures.
Mm-hmm.
And he is an 11/11 and then +2 off of Elishnorn. I'm going to -6 Basri Ket to get an emblem. At the beginning of combat, I create a 1/1 white soldier creature token and then put a 1/1 counter on each creature I control.
Seems good.
With my... Ooh, dropped one. With my remaining... I'm scared. I'm gonna. Okay, I'm gonna use my thought vessel and 2 more for a halo fountain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna +1 Elspeth to give this soldier +3/+3 and flying until the end of turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna move to combat. I'm gonna swing. Tracy, you don't have any flyers still?
I have 1, a 3/3.
So beginning of
Alright.
combat, there's the emblem to resolve.
Yeah, the emblem will create a 1/1 soldier. And then put a +1/+1 counter on everything. So I'll just make this soldier. Well, I guess I want to keep him separate because he has summonings in. Big knife! Alright, so...
Love a soldier with a big knife.
Right? Who doesn't? Alright, so all of these babies have +1. I'm just gonna... There's 5 of them. I'm just gonna mark it with a +1 counter. Then this little buddy will get a +1. And this little buddy will get a +1. And this buddy will get another. And he has +3 off of Elspeth. So this... okay. Alright, so these 2 spirits will be 4. And this one be 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. A 9/9. Alright.
Right.
I'm gonna swing the 9/9 flyer at Emmara and the 2 4/4s at Tracy. And also, Tracy, how many blockers do you have?
I have a professional facebreaker and the Skullport Merchant.
Fuck it. I'm gonna swing all the soldiers at Tracy as well. So they're 4/4s as well. There's 5 of them.
All right, Emmara, your responses are up first.
I will get hit for 9. And I will go.
All right. I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna die. There's stuff I could dig for stuff. I could board wipe. That doesn't feel like anything I want to do. So I'm gonna take the L on this one.
Okie dokie.
My butthole's tight. I'm gonna pay 1 to Halo Fountain to untap this soldier and create a 1/1 green and white citizen token. And then I will draw for Monarch, and that's all I can do at the moment.
Let's see what I can do here. Untap. Draw for turn. Untap everything first. I'm gonna do my prismatic bridge trigger first. I'm gonna untap and I'm gonna get Optimus Prime, hero. Optimus Prime will make his way out. At the beginning of each end step, I bolster 1, and then when he dies, I can return it to the battlefield, converted under its owner's control. How much mana do I need? I'm gonna play this Watery Grave. I'm gonna pay 2 life. And then I'm gonna pay. Let's see here. What is my biggest creature? Shortkai. If it's crew. Oh, actually, no. My constructs are actually 12. Where's that? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I am going to use my Peace Walker Colossus. I can give another target vehicle you can control. It becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. I'm going to pay 2, and I'm going to have Shortkai become a creature for the turn. And then I'm also going to pay 1 and 2. And I'm going to make my Zeppelin also become a creature for the turn. Or is that you just hanging out over here? You're not actually going to do anything. You 0-1. Lame. You just hang out over here and give everybody else +2/+2.
Hang out over here and counteract that Phyrexian.
Yeah. 2, 3, 4. It's kind of weird that like it actually does counteract technically Elish Norn. Can we do that? That's a thing, probably. 1, 2. Enough mana to do it. I think so. Okay. No, because we'll have to. Okay, that will work. Okay. Just talking to myself. Don't mind me. I'm gonna tap 1 and 2, and I'm going to play some Swiftfoot Boots. And then I'm gonna pay 1, and tap that, and I'm going to equip Optimus Prime with some Swiftfoot Boots. So he has haste and hexproof. And then I'm going to get rid of one of these treasures, as much as I don't want to, because that'll make everybody go down 1 power. And I'll tap.
Bubbatron redeem, draw a card.
Oh! Sweet. That won't save me. I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to use that 1 treasure I spent, or used, and then I'll use these. I'm going to tap my Rogue's Passage, and I'm going to make Shortkai actually, we'll make one of the constructs. Actually, let's not make any of those things unblockable, because, well, they do have menace. Okay, I'm going to give one of the constructs is unblockable. And then I'm just going to throw everything at you.
I can block 99 creatures with 100-handed one.
Oh my god, you can block 99 creatures. 99 creatures, and this bitch is one. Damn it.
You take one down, pass it around.
Blasted. Okay, so I guess that unblockable construct is going to come at you for 11.
Okay, I'll take 11. It's unblockable, right? What can I do?
And then, didn't think that through. I'm gonna pass my turn. Actually,
Okay.
at the beginning of each instep, I'm gonna bolster 1, so that I get to put a +1/+1 counter on, is it the weakest creature, or least tough?
So you also will be taking the Monarch and the initiative there.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Woohoo! I do not have the initiative, so I will go find that land, but I will draw. Well, I'll just grab
Draw for Monarch.
this real quick. Let's see here. Hopefully, do I have any other basics in here? I feel like there's not a lot of basics in here because I needed a lot of different colors. Okay, I do not have any more basics, so that was pointless. Should have just counted the amount that I had. I don't even know if I have any out. Maybe I don't have any basics in this deck. Okay, shuffle, draw my Monarch card, and
Oh no.
I will pass my turn.
Alright, I will untap.
Oh,
Did he do that?
Create another construct.
Ugh. Okay. I'm gonna draw. Oh, sweet baby. What an opportune moment for this to happen. I'm gonna play my land for turn. I'm gonna use this sweet-ass jeweled lotus! Fucking
Hell
yes! To recast the Honda! I sure will!
No, don't do it.
Alright, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look at all this remaining mana. Can you believe it? Okay. That was nice. Alright. I am going to +1 Elspeth to do the same, give this soldier +3 and flying for the rest of the turn. And then I will +1 Basri to put a 1/1 counter on E Honda and until the end of turn. I will pay 3 to bar the door, and all creatures will get +0/+4 until the end of turn. Because E Honda's out, they will deal the damage with their toughness. So everything will get +4. This one temporarily has +3 and flying. Everything also has +2 off of Elish Norn. And with the emblem, I will create another soldier. And everything will get another +.
Yeah. I think as long as you can get past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, if you can get past 7 of my creatures, it should be good.
2. Was I at 3 here? I don't even fucking.
I don't think it matters. I believe it's just deterministically lethal.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna. Everything's bigger. I don't even know what everything is right now. Like, that's like incredible.
I mean, I could always just crack all these treasures and use Sisay again.
Yeah, do it. I
Let's go
mean,
see
let's
what
go.
I have.
Fucking go.
Well, she's looking for a dice. I'm gonna go see if I have a card to save me. Actually. Yeah, that's not
Right? Okay. So, let's do some matharoonies here. The flyers that are coming out you. This one is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This flyer is a 14/14. This flyer is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, a 9/9, and a 9/9. So there's 2 9/9 flyers and a 14/14 flyer.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely coming at you. And then the soldiers are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're 10 10s and there's 5 of them.
Oh yeah, that's definitely lethal. Good game. Yeah, there's
GG.
E Honda!
Yeah.
Honda, I just got punched with a just slapped in the face. Good game.
Thank you. Bar the door. Bar the door.
Yeah, bar the door, apparently.
It's a good card for this deck.
I love that
Oh, yeah.
they've made so many cards useful that weren't super useful back in the day.
See, Quinn, mono white sometimes be like that. I told you. That's why I'm so determined to make a mono white CEDH deck. Like, I want to so bad. I just have to find like the right combination of things because I want to make it happen. I think it's possible.
I like to
Like
use
off
white
meta.
ones.
Yeah, like pause for sure, but like I don't want to go like I don't want to pick from the list, I want to find something that's like special, but I don't think E Honda can get there because he's too slow, but I think other things can. He costs too much to get out.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's something out there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of like hate bearer type stuff like Thalia that you can do. There's always Heliod Ballista Cabo. Like that one's
Yeah, Heliod
established,
Ballista, but I feel like Heliod Ballista is sleepy to me. It's so expected and like overdone. It's like I know it wins obviously, but like the thing I don't like about CDH and why I haven't gotten into it is because it's so predictable. Like you slap a commander on the table and everybody knows what you're gonna do with it. Like everybody knows the exact win con, like how you're gonna get it, what you're gonna tutor for. Like it's too predictable, and it's like I don't want my opponents to know every trick up my sleeve.
Yeah, that's like I usually throw in weird cards that they don't expect to see.
Yeah.
Like I have all the normal counter spells and free cards and whatnot, but like then I have the cards that they're not expecting that they're just like, oh, well, that's not normal.
Yeah.
Why would you put that in there? I'm like, I don't know. It's fucking your game up.
I was pretty pleased with how this played out.
Yeah, I know. I talked to Charles all the time. Etria said if there's a mono white deck out there, talk to Charles. Charles is one of my friends, so I talk to him all the time. But he and I talk about our philosophies of deck building all the time, and like he knows that I don't like to just copy lists. I don't like to even look at lists when I build, because then it doesn't feel like it's mine. It just feels like I've made something that somebody else already made. And I get that, like, that's what the meta is, and that's how the game is played. And I'm like, well, then that's why I haven't played it. I'm not interested, Like, I don't want to build something that's somebody else's. I want to build something that's my own. So, and Charles has an OW deck, an OW CEDH mono white deck. So, yeah, Charles and I we both love building in white, and we both love building off meta. So, I love that about him. But he knows I won't look at deck lists.
That's usually, I just find my stacks of cards, and that's how I build cards. I'm like, oh, this card will go in this deck, this card will go in this deck. So I have like 6 different decks all being built at the same time, and I'm just like, okay, this will go in this deck, this will go in this deck. So whatever I have is what I end up finding, and that's usually how my process works.
Yep.
Which, it makes it my own deck, and then I'm just like, okay. And then as I go, if I find new things or I find new cards, I'll switch them out. Or if cards aren't performing as well, I'll take them out.
Right. It's playtesting. A lot of playtesting determines what kind of games you have. I mean, when you have 100 cards, it's like impossible to see them all in a game, Like you have to really... Like, how do you know what to take out and what's performing well when you haven't seen those cards play, Like, every time I've played E-Honda, it's played completely differently every time, Like, there's so many things in here that propel the mechanism of creating tokens, but every game I have different tokens and different things, Like, I never have the same game twice with this.
Which is awesome.
So...
See, I enjoy it when my deck plays differently each time. Like, it has different ways to win. Like, it's not just straightforward. And every once in a while, I do like a straightforward deck that I don't have to do any thinking. I'm just like, okay, yep, I'm Voltron.
Right.
That's what's happening. Well, I'm going to let everybody do a little outro. Let us know what you got going on in the community. I'm assuming since it's a Sunday night, we'll probably all have work and whatnot the next day. So,
unfortunately,
yeah.
I figured. Ron, why don't you let us know what you got coming up this coming week?
Sure. Sounds good. Hello, I am a girl named Ron. Everywhere usernames. Talking. I play Commander, deck build, crack packs, and unboxings on my channel. And coming up into the new year, I'm going to start a new sort of live podcast where I will interview a panel of folks in the community. And it will give the audience the opportunity to ask questions live rather than just to a podcast and not be able to comment on what's being talked about. So that's something that I'm going to try to be scheduling once a week upcoming. So I'm deciding on topics for that, and if anybody has any ideas, feel away.
Very cool.
I'm dying.
No.
Pass it over to you.
All right, I'll jump in. That podcast idea sounds sweet, by the way. Best of luck with it. I'm Phil
Thank
Gallagher, aka Thraben U. You can find me everywhere under that handle, although I do most of my work on YouTube these days. I dump variety content onto my channel 5 days a week, and I'm usually playing all sorts of sweet decks in older formats. So, for example, on Friday, I played Hornstill, Ministar Standstill, and I've got all sorts of crazy things coming up this week, like trying to break Smelting Vat in Vintage and playing Displacer Kitten combo in Legacy.
That's wonderful.
Nice.
I like when people just do weird, wacky stuff. It's just
It's what the people want to watch, right?
Yeah, I love it. It makes me laugh, and it makes me. And when I see other people do creative, weird things, then I'm like, oh, that's really cool. Like seeing everybody's decks do different things. I love watching people's decks go off and seeing how people build their decks and how their decks operate, and learning about new combos or things I didn't realize. And Tracy, what is happening?
Yeah, I am the other Tracy. You can find me online anywhere at that handle. I am a tabletop role-playing game designer, podcaster, magic content creator. My current project is the Mountain Goats meets Magic the Gathering, where I take Mountain Goat songs and make decks based off of them. I usually don't preview the decks because I usually build them and then do the podcast and then have a chance to play the deck. But this is actually one of those decks, so it's going to feature on an episode coming up in a couple of weeks. Those come out every Monday. And we are also expecting our second kid in 25 whole days. So, yeah, there's
Oh my goodness.
there's a baby swing behind me. Like we just have all kinds.
kinds.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of stuff given to us today. So yeah, so if you look on my Twitter at my pinned tweet and you feel ever so generous, there is a link to a baby registry there because holy shit, things are expensive. Yeah. So, but yeah, we're excited. It's going to be a new adventure, and I'm a full-time stay-at-home with the current kiddo. So
Awesome.
yeah. So we just get to have more people in the house that I get to take care of. Yeah. No, it's
Tracy,
gonna
that
be-
deck was awesome, by the way.
thank you.
It had my butthole tight the whole time, but I was trying not to let it show. I was like, oh, keep it cool, but I was like, oh my god.
I think part of it is the chat helped a lot, right? Because we got a lot of card draws.
Yeah, we did get card draw. That was nice.
But the initiative was really good. I think I just need to put some game ender bombs in there. I already like when I had that wasted thing up, I swapped out 4 cards while I was sitting here because I'm like, no, Gutter Snipe needs to be in here.
Yeah.
And but yeah, thank you. I'm really happy with how it played. It was a lot of fun to play. I've never really had success with a Jund deck before, so
It's really cool. I like the way it
groove I like.
plays. I like the concept
Yeah.
of it. It's super cool. And I know that you could have like popped off the bombardment, but you're right. It would have just left everybody's board wiped, and then it's like, where's the end game? You know, like where do we propel and ending? So it was kind of creating a stalemate if you let it go off. But yeah, it was cool. It was really cool.
I could have ended up burning down the house a few times there near the end. I could have blood moneyed and burned down the house, and I would have had devil tokens to go out and do my devious work. But like, I didn't want to play that ending of the game out. That wasn't interesting.
It would have taken a long time for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you two would have just had to go. Yeah, no, we're not going to do that, and that's not. I don't want to end a concession like that. Like you had me dead on board, so that's different.
Yeah, I understand. Well,
Sweet. This was a lot of fun. Thank you, Emmara, for having me.
Thank you, Emmara, for having me, and for. I'm sorry, Phil. I killed so early. I just, you took the deal away from me, so I had to take your life.
Let's be clear here. If I untapped with those treasure tokens, bad things were happening to everybody.
I know.
Yeah.
I was like, this is my moment. I have to take it because otherwise.
Sometimes you have to.
Yep.
Even if you feel bad about it, you're just like, oh, yeah.
I was like, that Megatron is helping me right now, and I need to seize. I need to seize I needed to Carpe Diem. That was my one and only chance.
The DM needed Carpe.
I did, yeah. I Carpe'd the fuck out of that DM.
Is there anybody on that you guys know that took a I
Oh,
don't know
let me check my
anybody.
following and see what's
Nano
up.
Jade is on.
Nano Jade.
Yeah.
No one else that I know of, unfortunately.
NAN0 Jade.
Okay, 0. No, I would have not
Yeah.
had that right. Let's go rate them. And I am
Yeah.
Goddess of Blunder. I want to thank everybody for joining me. It was wonderful. That was a lot of fun. I always have a blast with you, Ron. You're always a blast.
Thank you so much for having me. It was really. I had a good time. Thank you for letting me show my E Honda.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Glad you showed us your E Honda. Okay.
Beefy babies.
And thank you very much, Tracy and Phil, for joining us for the first
Very
time.
welcome.
That was a blast. I'm gonna have us raid right now. There we go. And then I will stop the stream.